Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. These high, steep stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. And already we're underway here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Climbs up big!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rummenigge looking for options for movement. Now it's Isak. And he shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Isak is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a searching pass. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Mbappe. Passing is crisp and sharp. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Rummenigge stood his ground strongly. Belletti. Oh, super ball! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Stojkovic. He's well positioned. Shot a goal! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Louisville are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Bellingham.
Oakland Roots are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's put paid to a promising move. Chance here to counter. Oh, good spread. Oh, that's well spotted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Dixon. And it's Stojkovic. That's a cute ball. Oh, well played, well played. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Gavi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. No, that's been intercepted.
Oakland Roots truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Chouameni, aim forwards. Gavi. Pings in across. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Quick look, there he rises! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. Drogba! And now a sudden chance to counter. Hernandez. And he can clear it away. And here's Isak.
Has been indicated.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Makaleli. Now it's Mbappe. And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello, attendees.
Well, obviously
This
things
is a
are not good,
lost
Peter.
children's
It seems the
announcement.
team were just a
With
bit
the
too
father of a
busy
boy in
playing within
green
themselves,
backpack,
too
kindly
tentative.
contact
They
the
have to
nearby member
improve
of staff.
and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Oakland Roots can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Stojkovic has created one goal already. Dink through, this looks promising. Rummenigge! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Nicely shaped ball. That is good alertness. Nice looking ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, good looking ball. Gabriel. Makaleli. Well seen, saw that coming. Now that looks a decent ball. Rummenigge, and he's running, and a chance! Really well taken goal. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. And he's picked out the run. And it's made its way to him. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
He has found a way through.
The attendance for this match was 60,332.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Drogba. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Belletti. Now Eder Militao. And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. And here's Stojkovic. He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Pires goes short. Safe to say he's capable of better than that. And now they can spring out of defence. Great vision. It's a pretty loose pass. Dixon. Gavi. Now it's Mbappe. He's having a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Rummenigge. Tchouameni. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gavi. Driving forward. Out to the right. He's in plenty of space here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Zola plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Quality ball. Bellingham gets into some space. Shot could be on. Great chance! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. A probing pass. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Gavi. And here's Drogba.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Pires. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And it's Stojkovic. That's a sharp pass. And this is Drogba. Tchouameni. Gavi.
2 added minutes has
Bellingham
been indicated.
does really well to win the ball there. Can he get it through? Zola. Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Decent enough try. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day.
And
Any
now,
reflections on what you've
please
seen,
turn
Jim?
towards
Well,
the
there was a
screen for
distinct
special
lack of
presentation
clarity or
featuring our
commitment
best
in
performers
everything the
today.
players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost,
It's Drogba! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Forlan with the short one. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that was very necessary. And it's Ronaldinho. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Forlan receives it in a wide position. It's their second corner of the game. A header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
That could spell trouble. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Mbappe! That's a nicely shaped ball. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. They've played it short. Elects to cross. Chance! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Corner number 2 then. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the most accurate pass.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Adams. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's found a way through. Now it's Ronaldinho. Can he finish? Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... Decent chance! Cleared without complication. Mbappe. Looking to play him in. Drogba. Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's there to make the challenge. Drogba! And he's done it!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
It's Drogba! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Drogba clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Well, number 3 coming up. Forlan goes short. And he's gone backward here. And he shoots! He's beaten it. It's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by...
Drogba! Oh, screamer! About as smooth as it gets. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's
Drogba! Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Mbappe. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Zola. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Zola really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? It's Drogba! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Drogba actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Out of play for a throw. Zola. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, it's come loose. Lam. Oh, this looks sharp. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Oh, well played, well sorted out. We are into overtime. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Zola. Chance, surely! And he hits the net! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
A momentary lapse. And the whistle goes for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. Sao Paulo get the second half started. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lam does well to get it back. He's shifting through the gears here. Hangs in a cross. Donnarumma claims it without any fuss. And it's Serginho. Good read, needed to be. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Bebeto. Now it's Drogba. And he cuts out the supply. It's Forlan.
This is the time you need that pace.
And Serginho. Sao Paulo looking to pass their way through. Can he get it through? Oh, nicely intercepted. Belletti. Howson. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Bruno Fernandes. A probing pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Sao Paulo finding their passes. Great vision. Forlan. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Dixon. He is through here. Drogba. Drogba! Makaleli. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. He's tried one! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, important interception. Quality ball. And the pass is intercepted. It's Makaleli. Makaleli pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And they're back on the ball. And Sola! It's loose now and they want to get it back. It's gone out for a throw-in. Serginho. And it's Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's through. Mbappe!
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Oakland Roots clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's make
Real chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Mbappe has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Now he's got space here. That's beautifully weighted. Mbappe! He whips it across. He rises! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Zola. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous goal. Takes a shot! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the comeback is complete! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Substitutions taking place.
So here comes a substitution. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that could have brought them level.
Forlan really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Gabriel. Serginho calmly anticipates. I think we're just about done here. Adams does really well to win the ball there. Now, can they get him away?
Has been indicated.
Aims beyond the defence.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Makaleli. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very
Please
good.
be made aware that smoking
Zola
is only
voted
permitted
man of the match.